What's going on YouTube? Brand new Modern Warfare 2019 achievement guide. Today, we're getting the achievement called Tunnel Rat for 30 gamer score called Complete the Wolf's Den Tunnels using only the 1911. So, a couple things to note here. First off, this mission actually does take a little bit. It does sound easier than it actually is. But then again, if you play on recruit difficulty, it will not be that much of a challenge. So, when you first start the mission, you will actually have this 1911. Now, a couple things to note. This means 0 frags, 0 stuns, no lethals, no equipment, no other gun. I have even heard that people pick up a different weapon. Not even fire it, but even pick up a different weapon. The achievement will be voided. So avoid all weapons altogether, avoid equipment. Just take your fingers off of those bumpers altogether. Now, a couple things to note here. So the gameplay here is on recruit difficulty. I make sure to, again, not pick up any weapons, defuse the bombs. You can defuse the tripwires all you want. Obviously, do not throw the semtex. Right here is a big tip. So, your biggest issue is going to be ammo and ammo supply. So, when you start the mission, you have about 50 extra shots. Make sure you guys do actually double tap your opponents. So, when they go down, make sure you guys just put that extra in there unless you're aiming for the head or upper torso. So, when you do down an enemy, though, if you want to shoot them in the leg or something like that, you saw right there, the enemy will start crawling and they'll pull out a pistol. So they'll pull out the 1911. Now, a couple things to note here. That will obviously pick you up ammo and whatnot. You need to stick with the starting 1911. Even if the opponent drops another 1911, you'll see right here, that one has a red dot sight. Do not pick that up. If you pick it up and you shoot someone with it, it will not count. It will void the achievement, at least from what I experienced. Again, maybe someone else will tell you different, but you need to finish the level with the same starting 1911. So this one has no laser, no red dot sight. If you pick one up with either of those, maybe start over again. I believe if you start from the last checkpoint, it will count. Now, again, with that being said, too, if you play on recruit difficulty, if you guys actually restart from the last checkpoint, it will give you additional ammo. So if you guys do find yourself, a good chunk of the way into the mission and you're running out of ammo, feel free, load last checkpoint, and you guys should have a little bit more ammo. That one's good to know about. And again, like I said, just make sure that you guys actually, aim for the head unless you want the ammo, then shoot the foot. Make sure you guys do disarm the tripwires as well, because those will mess you up. Also, those might eliminate enemies, which will then avoid the achievement. Also, on top of that too, there will be some parts where you will be shooting at an enemy and they are standing right in front of a propane can or a gas can or something that will explode. You have to be careful because that bullet could go through the enemy and actually start triggering that propane tank, gas tank, whatever it may be, and then blow up additional enemies in the area or finish shot that first guy that you were shooting at. So make sure all your bullets are cleaned up, line up your shots, take that extra second, especially if you're playing on a recruit, and just line up your shot and just take it. So again, make sure that it's very stealthy, make sure that it makes a lot of sense. You can follow the same path that I'm going right here. I know that we do actually die right here. There's a lot of propane tanks in this room. Don't worry about dying. You can absolutely restart from a checkpoint like I mentioned prior, right there. But there's also a bunch of different areas to kind of side pass, if you want to call it, the main areas, and especially with the turrets. So you'll see in not this room, but I believe the next room after that, there is a long hallway. There's a turret firing. They want you to throw a flash grenade. Do not throw that flash grenade, obviously. All you're going to want to do is make sure you take cover, hide, and then wait for the turret to overheat for you to make your way zigzagging up that hallway. I'll showcase it here in a second when we get to that room. But yeah, avoid the oil barrels here. You get kind of behind the scenes over here. There's going to be 3 enemies in this room right here. Bam, headshot. I believe another headshot right there. Another headshot. Bam. And coming up here is another one of those examples of not lining up your shot properly. So you'll see, I turn the corner over here. Although I still shoot someone right here, you'll see not this guy, but the next guy right there behind the desk. It still ignites that propane can. Now, again, the chances are it might have killed someone behind there. We can't have that. So we have to respawn to the last checkpoint and clear this room really quickly. But again, we know where all the enemies are. Very easy to take out. Headshot, headshot, and headshot. So then we can kind of move on here. So again, just be kind of weary about that. Also, too, depending on your settings when you're playing on controller, I was playing on Xbox, obviously, with X being my reload. I have the setting unfortunately turned so it's contextual tap, meaning that if I just press X, it will pick up a weapon or it will reload. So I had to be really careful to make sure that when I was reloading completely away from any other weapons on the floor. I didn't see any of those icons to pick up those weapons anywhere close by. So, again, I had to take that extra step. If you guys have to hold X to pick up a weapon, then do not worry about that, but keep that in mind as well when you're going through this achievement. But basically, this hallway is the one I was talking about in terms of having to zigzag your way up to the top here. So wait for the machine gun to stop firing. It's going to overheat right here, and then you run across this little cubby area. You can do the same thing here. This is going to take you probably 1 or 2, maybe 3 overheats to get to the very top. Bam. Wait for it to overheat. Again, just rinse, lather, repeat over and over again. So again, overheats, across the hallway, bam. And you want to cross over into that little hole in the wall right there. So they're going to ask you to throw a flash grenade. Do not throw that flash grenade, obviously. Then you can come up here, and there's going to be a turret guy as well as one other enemy. So this turret guy always has a friend in this little box. Make sure, you don't get kind of crept up on, especially if you're not playing on recruit difficulty. But again, that makes this achievement very easy to get and just more time consuming than anything else if you do play on recruit. So I highly recommend just playing on recruit. Make it easy for yourself. No point in trying to grab those bragging rights of just playing on a harder difficulty. So this part coming up, super interesting because you are able to actually unlock another achievement called Hang Time. And that's to eliminate 3 enemies while on a ladder. So again, that achievement I will make a separate video for if you guys just want to see a condensed version of that. We actually unlock it during this playthrough. So 2 birds, 1 stone, really cool. Either way, this one's really, really cool, and I actually really enjoyed this part of the mission, even when I first played through this game in 2019. Basically, after this minecart, there's a giant kind of burning tunnel area, and you have to climb the ladders and whatnot while it's burning, and there's some enemies coming along and whatnot. Either way, this part right here, super interesting. So it is in the dark. Now, a couple things to think about. There's, I believe, 2 enemies down here. Once you eliminate 1, there's going to be 1 more around the corner right there. You have to jump down there. No alternative route. When you do, you're going to find this enemy on the other side of this area, but all those barrels are explosive. So he's going to pop a grenade. You're going to want to run back. So you're going to see this fire in here and whatnot. You could run forward, I guess, but make sure you're safe. Make sure that you don't take too much damage, and you can just move on. And once you move on, this is where that area is going to be, where you're the bottom of this kind of fiery hole, and you just got to find a way up. So very straightforward, very simple. In terms of enemies, they actually do randomly spawn from what I've read and from what I've experienced playing this game. So you have to keep an eye out. Again, you're playing on recruit difficulty, so it's not like they're going to take you out or anything like that. Just keep an eye out and take them out as needed. This guy right here, right when you come up the stairs right away, that guy commonly drops a pistol if you actually shoot him in the leg. I know some enemies don't as much as others. I don't know why. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I've experienced. So if you want some more ammo, definitely do it right there. Again, I have 29 plus 5 right there, so very straightforward, very simple. I was trying to look for other enemies for that hang time achievement, and we actually ended up getting it right there. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our mission right here. There's going to be 1 enemy to your left. Watch out for him. You're going to take him out real quick. Now, this part, there's 1 more enemy up top. And after you complete that guy up there, after you wipe him out, you have to successfully kind of go through this weird cutscene where you and Farah is going to help you out. You have to climb to the top here, and then essentially you have to defuse the bomb in the room here by cutting the wires. You have to cut the wires for the achievement to pop. Otherwise, the achievement will not pop. So, again, I actually kind of messed up because she is not too clear on what needs to be done to defuse these bombs and the wires. She'll say, like, cut the wire when I tell you, right? She'll say red wire, and you have to wait until she says red wire, cut now, or like 3, 2, 1, cut, right? So make sure you guys do follow that along here. I did cut through the failures and the bloopers, but that is how we did this part. Again, you don't need to shoot him. Aura does that for you. Very easy and simple. If you've made to this point in the mission with that 1911 and have not fired a gun or any tacticals or any lethals, you should be able to get this achievement once you successfully defuse this bomb like so. So green wire, yellow wire, and then goes that red wire on the top around his neck, not the bottom one that goes kind of down his right side of his torso there, the top one over by his neck. So once you cut that, that should do it, and I'll defuse a bomb, of course, with only 1 or 2 seconds left. I know, how convenient. And then it will cut to a cutscene, and this achievement did take a second to pop once you unlock it. So I waited for the entire cutscene to play through before the achievement popped, but it did. And after that, we celebrated the extra 30 gamer score, and we had a great time watching them carry this guy's body out to a helicopter and whatnot. Either way, guys, we're going nuts with the achievements, so if you guys do like these achievement guides, let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys later. Let me know again if you guys want to see some achievement guides for them. Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.